So this is why I'm so excited about Byron Murphy, and the potential of us taking him at the 18th overall pick. I still love Johnny Newton, and it's gonna be hard for me to kind of get off that perspective of loving Johnny Newton because usually when I love players, I don't stop loving the players. Like I still love T. Higgins, even though I know he won't be on the team anymore. Joe Mixon, I still love Joe Mixon. I still think he's a great running back. I think my one of my previous videos, the way I said something sounded like I was saying that, I'm happy Joe Mixon is going. Not at all. Not even close. I am excited to see what Zach Moss can do with, Chase Brown. But Joe Mixon will forever be one of the best running backs in Bengals history, and I will forever miss him. And I wish he was still on the team. But again, as I said in that video, Zach Moss and Chase Brown are going to be great pass blockers. While Mixon was never a good pass blocker, but he was great in between the tackles runner, and he was also a great receiving back. So I don't know why somebody apparently got upset with me thinking that I was dissing Joe Mixon now that he's not on the team. I still love Joe. If I could have Joe back on the team, I would. But nonetheless, though, this is why I love Byron Murphy so much. And again, Johnny Newton is my solid number 2. And if we could somehow get him in the second round like Mel Kiper thinks, let's go for it. So, in 2023, Byron Murphy had a 19.6% win rate. And when you compare it to all the other options here, right, you can see how dominant that truly was. So this is 2022, 2022, 2021. All these great guys. Jeffrey Simmons ended up being great. Quinton Williams was great. Chris Jones was great. DeForest Buckner, Grady Jarrett. Byron Murphy, twice here, leads the college in the highest win rate at the defensive tackle position. This second one here is true pass rusher snaps. And his win rate was 30.1%, so him on true pass rushing snaps. We don't know what pick he's going to be, and we don't know, obviously, how much he'll be making. But at the end of the day, or average per year, where he'll rank at this point. But this is why I'm so excited for him, and this is why a lot of people are so excited for him, and why at pick 18, even though I do, again, love Johnny Newton, he'll probably be the pick if he's available. Now, chances are he might not be available, right? So I kind of went down this article a little bit. By the way, shout out to the Athletics for posting this. But here is what our boy, not Daniel Jeremiah, which guy, what's his actual name? Not Daniel Jeremiah. Was it, I think it's Dane Burglar of the Athletics. But here's what he had to say about the difference between Johnny Newton and Byron Murphy. He says, "You are paying him to disrupt," said Nate Trice of the Athletics football show. "Who are they have right now? I like the fit for the Bengals. BJ Hill is moving on in a year. Rankins is a plugger, and if you have a plugger, you need a guy that can disrupt. That's a class 1-2. Right? He continues to talk about how I have him as the second highest rated defensive player in the draft class, behind Dallas Turner, the edge rusher from Alabama. To me, he is a clear class of this defensive tackle class. He is the one you want if you're drafting at 18. And their needs, Johnny Newton, he's just a pure 3 technique. He's not a player who is particularly versatile. Bengals with their defensive line covered versatility, I don't think they would draft him. And that's why, again, what it comes down to is like this, right? The exact replacement for DJ Reader would be Johnny Newton. He's a 3 technique, run stuffing defensive tackle. His weight is going to be the factor on how versatile he is and how athletic he is and what he does at the next level. But when it comes to just pure replacement, that's Johnny Newton. Byron Murphy is an amazing pass rushing defensive tackle. And yes, he's one of the best defensive players in the draft. Talked about it yesterday. Even, Daniel Jeremiah said, it's very possible he goes top 10. But if he's still available at 18, he is the best player available. And that's why I have a lot of mocks I sometimes will either go with him or Byron Murphy. Him or Johnny Newton, because I do love both options. But if you're going best player available, you're going with Byron Murphy. So I wouldn't be surprised if we take him at the end of the day. And again, like I said, Johnny Newton has high upside, but, it depends on if he's available later on in the draft. And that's another thing. I know it seems like he's going to be taken in the first round, but we have seen for previous drafts that sometimes doesn't happen. And sometimes a player is available in the second round. We thought DeJuan Jones last year, right tackle, was going to be taken in the first round 100%. He ends up getting taken in the fourth round by the Cleveland Browns. Kind of rhymed. It made it for a rhyme. But we didn't expect that, right? So it's very possible maybe Johnny Newton is available in the second round. Byron Murphy's not going to be available in the second round. So if, we can get Johnny Newton in the second round at pick 49, cool. We can get Byron Murphy and our replacement for DJ Reader. And that would be a perfect 1-2 concept to pair with Sheldon Rankins and BJ Hill. It's a lot of great players to have a D-tackle position. But as the guy from the Athletics here says, BJ Hill, it's very possible that in a year when his contract's up, he does go ahead and leave us. And if he leaves us, you need that replacement. There is a point of drafting a player for right now to be like a starter, right? And then there's a point of drafting a player for the future. Because that's why, again, if we draft the right tackle early, we're drafting a right tackle to be the future right tackle of this team. He's not going to start right away because Trent Brown will be the starter. But he'll be the starter after, in the future once Trent Brown is gone. That same concept applies to the D-tackle position here. We're going to, get guys that eventually will become the starter for this team, but it will be down the line if we do lose 1, 2, or 3 players on our squad. Because at the end of the day, again, you can't pay everyone to stay in your squad forever. I mean, in the perfect world, we would keep all these guys and they would be Bengals for the rest of their careers, but the facts is that's not realistic / logical. These guys are eventually going to move on and, find careers somewhere else and, become successful for other teams. But for us, this is kind of the right now. We got to start preparing for the future and hitting on some of the draft picks. So I'm excited for this. Again, like I said, Thursday I will be live. I will be live Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Each day is a 4-hour live stream. So it's 4 hours on Thursday I will be live, 4 hours on Friday I'll be live, and 4 hours on Saturday. So I'm sure if you want to stop by early in the live stream or late in the live stream, you're still going to see me. Because again, like I said, these live streams are 4 hours long. Football live streams usually around an hour and a half to 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, depending. These are going to be a 4 hour a piece for 3 days. So tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.